Anybody else get the feeling that it's just something different every day now? It seems like no matter where you go, no matter what you're doing, no matter what you're up to, no matter how much positivity that you just radiate, it's always like somebody's always got to come and play their psychopathic games, man. It's just insane. It's absolutely insane out here. And the ridiculousness has not even reached its heights, I don't think. But I do want to tell you one thing, ladies and gentlemen. Their psychopathic games are not worth your well-being, okay? If you have to sacrifice your well-being for the sake of playing other people's psychological, psychopathic, sociopathic games, you're in the wrong place, okay? You are with the wrong people. And that might even include your family. That might even include people that you've known for a long time. It might include people that you never thought that you would have to be acting a certain way toward, that you now have to act a certain way toward. You've got to be assertive and really put yourself and maintain yourself in a boundary that will not be crossed. Because if they do cross it, and these people that play these psychological games, man, they will do anything to make sure that you just go haywire. They want to make you look like the crazy one. Okay, that's what their goal is. Their goal is to make you feel so crazy and to gaslight you into craziness. All the demons out here, they want you to make yourself feel like you cannot be who you really are, and get to the point to where now you have to start acting out seemingly, even though you're just asserting yourself, even though you're just standing up for who you are and what you believe in. That I don't know if you guys could hear that, but man, these squirrels out here, they're so crazy. They're so nuts. It just goes in line with these games, man. But that's a spiritual thing right there. But these people that want you to sacrifice your health for their games, it's just not worth it, okay? It's just not worth it. And you want to make sure that if you're around anybody that are like this, or that is like this, that you maintain a arm's length distance minimum. And at the most, you just got to leave when you walk in the room, or when they walk in the room and you see them, they see you, it's like, yep, see ya. And sometimes, like if I'm at the gym, for example, there's some Jezebels at the gym that they like to play those games, man. And some of these women are married. That's what's so crazy to me, is that these women are in full-fledged family relationships, and they're acting like they're upset that I'm not giving them attention, or that I'm not trying to talk to them. And it's like, you're married. Like, you literally kissed your husband like 2 minutes ago as he left to go off to work, because you guys were saying that he has to go to work and she's got to finish her workout. You literally kissed him goodbye, said I love you, and now you're looking at me like I'm a piece of meat. You got to be freaking kidding me. This is nuts. You guys are crazy. There goes that squirrel again. Again, it's all spiritual, but these people are trying to take advantage of the situation. They want to please their fleshly desires. They don't care about the spirituality of life. They don't care about trying to maintain a healthy relationship. They don't want to stabilize their healthy relationships. Look how they treat each other. I mean, it's not just like there are men that are cheating on their wives too. I've seen that, not just at the gym, but out and about. I mean, men flirting with the baristas and all that, and all the barista's trying to do is get an extra little tip. I mean, so she'll flirt back for a little bit if it means she gets a little extra tip, and makes him feel good and makes him feel wanted. And there's a line, though. There's a line. And there are some things that you just don't cross. And I think that's one of the reasons why we're in this mess of psychopathic games is because people don't draw a line anymore. They don't even have the internal line. They don't have an internal boundary that they're not willing to cross. People are boundaryless nowadays. People have no boundaries. And it's, in one way, the limitlessness of life is what's most beautiful about life. That's why Jesus came, right? To help us become unslaved from the sins that we have participated in and that we've driven ourselves to be in, and to free us from sin. And if you move closer to temptation and sin each day, what you're actually doing is you're disrespecting yourself. And these people want you to disrespect yourself. These people want you to participate in the superfluous behaviors of what they're doing, because it makes them feel better about their shitty decisions that they've made. Because if they see somebody like yourself that is actually trying to put in a decent amount of understanding and self-reflection about life, and you take life sincerely, you don't need to take it too seriously, right? But you take it sincerely, and you like to have a good time just as much as anybody else. You know, you like the adventurous and fun, exciting life, but it's also your version of fun and exciting is not hurting people psychologically and manipulating people to get what you want. That's the difference between you and these literal psychopaths out here. Like, I'm growing more and more convinced, not that autism, like these people that are autistic are psychopaths, but I'm growing more and more convinced that there's more people with autism than the statistics show, because holy crap, these people are just, they're on a, I don't know where they are. I really don't. Like, I'm not saying that people with autism are all crazy or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that these people, even if they don't have autism, they've got something. Like, these people are sick. These people are sick in the head. And what I've begun to realize, and what I realized a long time ago, I just didn't know how to accept it. Like, I realized it and I saw it and I knew it, but it was almost like I wasn't quite ready to accept the truth just yet when I was in my early 20s. Because I didn't want to, I wanted to be wrong. I really wanted to be living in denial. And I understand why people want to live in denial, because it's, they say that ignorance is bliss. And the reason that I wanted to live in denial was because I saw the truth. I just didn't want what I saw to be the case. I didn't want to actually feel as alone as I really was. I didn't want to feel like I couldn't really trust many people, because now, even to you here listening in, I'll tell you this, don't trust any of them. Like, even myself, take my words at face value and then come to your own conclusions. Think for yourself. I'm an independent thinker, and I consider myself an admiral in independent thought, because I have a very particular way of doing things, and I've seen what I'm capable of as an independent thinker. I wouldn't say I'm quite anything as far as a categorical philosopher or psychologist or anything like that, but I have enough understanding to know that I am who I am. I am Thaddeus, and I don't need to categorize myself. And that's where I see people, like, that's where the limitlessness is beautiful. But to be limitless without values and principles is almost like, it is a delusion. It is a fantasy that you are participating in. And to choose to live that kind of lifestyle is only going to hinder you in the long run. It's only going to hurt you, and you're only manipulating yourself into a deeper trench. It's almost like you're seeing the fruit being on the tree, and you're seeing that it's time to take off the fruit. It's like the fruit is ripe, but you don't want to do the work to take off the fruit and actually start putting them in mason jars and start making sure that they'll be able to last a long time, because you know that fruit is not going to be something that lasts. It's a perishable item. And so you have to understand that if you don't do the work now, you're going to miss the harvest, essentially, right? And if you miss the harvest, well, what happens? Well, you starve. And it's not just spiritually and physically that you're going to starve. You're going to starve intellectually. You're going to starve at an emotional level. You're not going to have a direct because here's the thing, right? Let's say that you are spiritually malnourished. If you are spiritually malnourished, that means that you cannot critically think and act in accordance to God's laws, statutes, and commandments. And if you cannot act in accordance to God's laws, statutes, and commandments, you are by product and by proxy participating in something that is leading you closer to sin and temptation. And it was Saint Padre Pio that said that he who flees from temptation wins. You see, the enemy is the devil, and the enemy is fear, really, because that's what the devil wants to inspire in you. The devil cannot create anything, right? This is something that Cat Williams has talked about in other podcasts earlier this year. And he said that the devil cannot create. That's why he cannot bless his people. It's a very wise and insightful thing to say. And God can do that. God can bless you, because God is, if you can think about God as the image of creation, through creativity itself, through the act of creativity itself, then you have the creator, an everlasting creator that is timeless and that is participating in the moving image of everlastingness. And that's exactly what these people that are psychopaths and they're freaking playing these psychopathic games, they want you distracted. You know, this is something else I've been thinking a lot about too. It's like people have become so distracted that they don't even know that they're distracted. Like how crazy is this? We are participating in a world that is based off of distraction. Everybody's trying to distract themselves. And it's like some people really want to do the work. Some people really want to do the jobs that are necessary to get them and to propel them to where they need to be. But a lot of people, because of the ways that they're living, they don't want to give these other people a chance because, well, why? You're somebody that is actually participating on the righteous path, and they can't have that. They can't have that. They are of the world. It's almost like your spirit repels them in some ways because of this. So you've got to be really careful and really mindful about these people out here, because they are literally out to trying, like some of these people are legitimately trying to block your blessings. Some of these people are literally trying to ensure that you stay stuck and that you do not get to the place that you can get to. And you got to be really mindful of that. So keep that in mind as you go down the road and down the line of what's going on and how things are happening in your life. Is there a certain pattern that you can look out for? And if there is a pattern, like what exactly is that pattern and how and why does it happen? Is this a subconscious thought algorithm that is being played out before you? Because that which the heart does not heal, the mind repeats. So if you do not heal what exactly is in the heart, your mind and your consciousness is going to repeat that until you see the lesson, until you see what you're meant to be seen there. So you're going to be stuck only if you cannot change your subconscious algorithms, thought algorithms, that is. So with all that being said, I hope this message was useful and insightful. I want to thank everybody that's been moving over to the X platform and Rumble over the past few days to the last week or so. And if you want to join the Regal Change Academy, the free Discord channel is in the link in the description box below, as well as the paid Regal Change Academy, where we meet once a week for the group calls, and we've got a ton of other resources in there to help people grow closer to God, to strengthen healthy relationships, help people with their fitness, and build their brand and purpose. So with all that being said, we'll see everybody when we see you. Peace be with you. Till next time.